Hello everybody, welcome back to Connor here, and we are back here with one Leeds stream, Leicester versus Leeds United. My family are in the background, being demure.
Hello.
Say hello.
Hey.
So we will be speaking. You want to say hi?
Right.
So we will be, you might hear some murmurs in the background, but I hope you're all doing really well. The team news is out. Leeds are without two big names in terms of Rafinha and Rodrigo. Two pretty big blows, but I mean, you'd probably expect an injury because it seems to be happening every game at the minute, doesn't it?
Seems to be, yeah. You know, they've got their own problems as well with injuries, so
Yeah,
it might just equal itself out tonight, hopefully.
Mm.
Championship winning team. It's the Premier League team, really, isn't it?
Yeah. So it is going to be a bit of a getting used to. I think the squad's up now. I think the only thing with Leeds is obviously you've got the sort of starting lineup that we saw in the Championship, but that is the team that got us there anyway. So it is a positive. The bench doesn't look great, does it? Paveda's probably the only name you're looking at and thinking, okay, he could make a difference. Obviously, Leicester without a lot of big hitters, though. A lot of Mark Albrighton, Fuchs, Fofana, James. Yeah, a lot of unknowns in there as well. Luke Thomas, I've not heard of him before. So yeah, it looks like a lot of the big hitters are on the bench or injured. And here's Brandon Rodgers. All right. But yeah.
A different style to what you'll see in
Style.
the I think every other team will press.
Yeah, there we go. Just
On cue.
just when the game's about to start. Great.
Happens and starts this evening.
That's what I was saying to you the other day, wasn't it?
It's like about 30
What I might do is go on BN.
Marcelo Bielsa that makes them so formidable.
Because we are obviously watching it on a legal stream. Right, let's have a look. But yeah, guys, let us know what you think in the comment section below. Obviously, Jamie Shackleton is in big shacks. How about another hat trick from Bamford? Definitely feeding. Yeah, listen, we're still all massively positive. It's just a bit annoying, isn't it? It's a bit annoying the fact that we just can't seem to field a full lineup. It'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would, you know, but we've got to believe that the team that we're playing with tonight can give these a game. And I think the weather's going to have a big impact as well, isn't it?
Do you reckon?
I think so.
Well, there's that.
It's very heavy, isn't it, the pitch?
Yeah, well, that City game as well. Although it does rain in Leicester as well, doesn't it, Dad?
It does. But, you know, you'll go with the fittest team. We're probably fitter than them, so who knows?
I hope Connor isn't a jinx as he didn't do a watch-along against Villa. And what a result we had.
Yeah, well, I don't think so. I don't believe in stuff like that.
Oren Maguire Rafinha is on the bench. He is not Oren, unless we've just been given a different bench by the Leeds United official site. He's not on the bench at all.
Yeah.
Wearing the same shirt as you tonight, Connor. Good lad, Sujal. Nice one. Apparently, Rodrigo came into contact with someone who had the virus. Yeah, I know.
So that'll put him out for the Palace game as well, Connor.
Yeah.
No doubt, won't it? I wonder how it works with testing.
Yeah, we'll put him at the Palace game.
Does that mean that, you know, even if he gets a test, I suppose it does, doesn't it? Because it could still be negative, so he's still got to isolate for 14 days.
Yeah. Jack Reeve says, guys, how long will it take Rodrigo to finish isolation? Probably, I think it's like 10.
It's like 10 to 14 days, something like that.
2 weeks, isn't it? Yeah. Let's show Jamie Vardy really how to party. Yeah. Can you see? Glasses are steaming up.
I forget, man. You call it autumn and whack it in.
Have you heard that question? It's Andy Gray, I think, just saying, what do you think it'd be like to win the Premier League? Imagine getting an interview with the Leeds owner and asking him that.
Just check the childish questions, aren't they?
Stupid. Leeds haven't won the Premier League.
Oh, no.
But there's ambitions there, I guess. 14 days isolation for contact. Hi, Connor. How are you today? I think you think it's going to be 1-1. Yeah, I've not even asked you. What do you reckon?
Yeah, but I'm sort of going for a draw, you know.
Because they're blasted with injuries as well. It's not just us.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know who's got more in the key positions, really. Because with Leeds, it's like you look at the spine of the team. Obviously, it's Phillips. It's another defender. Now it's Rodrigo as well. It seems to be like quite a large, and Rafinha. Yeah, it's a bit of a nightmare at the minute in terms of signings being out. You were saying that they've only played, 3 games, didn't you, together or something like that?
Yeah, but I mean, I suppose if you look at the Leeds team, they are used to playing one another, aren't you? You look at that team and they played, basically, with the exception of Phillips and Koch coming in, you know, all of them have been together for so long now.
Yeah,
so
true.
I'm pretty confident tonight. We'll definitely give these a game.
If we lose tonight, we're still higher than scum.
Yeah.
The main bit, isn't it?
Yeah,
I'm going for a huge win tonight, says Caithness Whites. Thank you for that nice comment there, Liam Moore. I appreciate that, mate. What's your thoughts on Shackleton starting, Dad?
No, I'm pleased. I mean, especially the way he came in the last game, you know, didn't seem to make any difference at all, did it? In terms of negativity, I mean, he was so positive, and he always scares people to death with his speed.
Yeah, and it's that press as well. He sort of encompasses that press, doesn't he? Yeah. Messi Byrne says he thinks it's going to be a draw. Matthew says, I think our advantage is that multiple players can capably play multiple positions, makes us better able to handle injuries that most, in my opinion. So I presume it just means that they can fit in anywhere, which is, I don't think many teams have that, do they?
He just seems to be confident with what he's got, Bielsa. You know, I mean, against Villa, you know, I was really fearful, probably like a lot of people. And look what happened. That's just Bielsa's magic. I don't think he's going to be fazed by this at all. He knows his best team. You know, and Rodrigo and Rafinha are just additions to that at the end of the day. So he won't be bothered about this, I don't think, Bielsa.
What, in terms of
the fact that we don't have them available?
Oh, no.
Of course, they'd like them there, you know.
Yeah, I don't think it. You can't ever. You never think that it's going to bother him, do you? You never think that it's going to bother him at all in terms of just personality. He'll probably see it as more of a challenge, won't he? It's more of a challenge. I can get more players.
It's interesting how Pablo goes tonight, though, won't it? From starting again, it's going to be a heavy pitch. You know, he was really affected towards the back end of this last season when we used him sparingly, wasn't he, Pablo? So whether I mean, I remember you calling for him, didn't you? You know, he thought it would be more effective at the start of the game rather than coming on towards the end of the game. Yeah. So maybe he's thinking that. Maybe he's thinking Pablo might be able to exploit something early doors, because we could really do with an early lead, couldn't we? Especially if they play this low block. Yeah. No, you're right. I think that's the key as well. It is the low block. It's picking that lock, isn't it? We have to pick that lock. And I think without Pablo on this side, without Rafinha, without Rodrigo, I mean, it's looking a bit bare, isn't it? You have to have Pablo in there. Yeah, we do. Kaiser, what a cracking name. Kaiser Rashid, what a name. Hi, Connor. Leeds 3, Leicester 0, marching on Super Leeds. Take that. Yeah, take it. White Peacock says, I'm going for the same score from 1934, 8-0 to Leeds. Why not?
Why not, yeah. Big game. Leicester won't be able to handle the pace. Where's the rest of the team? Says Adam. Are they injured? Yes, they are. Go on, Dad. You can give us a bit of insight here. Why do people still call us dirty Leeds? That was in the 70s. Labels stick, don't they? Or is it like SHI sticks? But things do, don't they? Just stick. You know, we're a completely different club to the way we were back in those days. Yeah. And I suppose it's a badge of honour now. I used to take it personally, to be honest. It really used to upset me when I was younger. What have been called dirty Leeds? Yeah, it did. It really used to upset me. But now I suppose it's a badge of honour. Yeah. And it doesn't bother us. It sets us apart from anybody else. Oh, definitely. Yeah. It's not a great connotation, is it? And it's ironic, really, isn't it, when you look at the way we play now? Because it'd be quite interesting to see the disciplinary league and where we sit in it. Yeah, definitely. Yes, it was. But I mean, it's something for a lot this season. Do you want to pick the chair up? Will be a tight game. They can hurt us on the counter. Hello, lads, says Joe. Hello, Joe. There we go. Googly boogly. Is it real? Is what real? What is what real? That's the question back. Right. But guys, as well, when the game starts, obviously, unless it is a super chat, you want to let me know if we do get a super chat. Yeah, we'll see on the super chat whether or not there are some comments that are coming in that are highlighted. Unfortunately, we won't be able to just read out all the standard super chat. So it looks like we're about ready to go. So yeah, guys, tune in to our ugly mugs. But yeah.
Next Leeds player there, leading the way.
Kasper Schmeichel. Come on, Leeds. Just want to say, it's wet.
What they said.
It's probably Alioski, isn't it?
You know what though, Connor? It's really interesting when you think about the last time we played these in the league was 6 years ago.
Yeah.
You know, they've actually won the Premier League during that time. It's amazing how far you can go
In
playing
6
the
years.
Champions League.
It's a good point. Well, they're almost a benchmark for everyone,
Yeah,
aren't they? They're,
yeah.
I know it sounds daft, but they're a bit of a beacon of hope.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, we can, you know, as someone was saying earlier as well, I was watching BN Sports with Richard Keys and Andy Gray, and they were saying, they were being asked about Leicester, and they were saying, this is a freak season because it is weird this season. Could you get a Villa? I know it sounds daft, a Leeds, or whoever winning it. And then Andy Gray went, no, that'll only ever happen once in our lifetime. But you think that's what everyone would have been saying before.
Lightning does strike twice.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but you know, you've got to have a bit of hope. Otherwise, what's the point in following a football team?
I mean, when you look at the league table now, it's so interesting as well, isn't it? It's just got a different look. Well, mostly a different look. I know Liverpool are at the top at the moment, but when you look at all the other fancy teams in contention, it's interesting stuff.
Yeah. I wonder if Kasper and Liam were at the club together.
Possibly. I don't know how long's he been gone now, Kasper. It's got to be a good 6, 7 years.
I think Liam came in after, I think.
Yeah, I think he did.
So I think Cooper came in when it was Billy Sharp. Remember him and Billy Sharp signed on the same day?
Yeah.
I think that was after.
Yeah.
Marcelo Bielsa makes alterations to the winning 11 at Aston Villa, where Melia, his goalkeeper, kept his second Premier League clean sheet.
Yeah, guys, as well, if you are here to watch the game, we will be a little bit behind, unfortunately. It is just the way of the beast. But yeah, stay tuned if you want to see some good reaction.
It looks like he's putting Shackleton in the Phillips role, isn't he there? Just sat in front of the back four.
Yeah, it's a bit of a weird, but I don't think that's how they're set up. I think Click's in that defensive role. Because this is just Sky Sports predicting it, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think Click's in that defensive role. Right. And I think Shackleton's going to be... I think it's a good idea to have Shackleton next to Hernandez, that energy next to him.
Yeah.
Come on, Leeds. Leicester City with Brendan Rodgers.
The Kasper Schmeichel is back at Ellen Road, where he was the Leeds keeper 10 years ago.
10 years ago. I can't believe that.
Bloody hell.
On the sidelines, and
Schmeichel must be about 32, I reckon.
Yeah.
31, 32. So all Brighton's changed there. You've got Tielemans, who's coming to defensive midfield. Luke Thomas, who I've never seen before. Dennis Pratt would normally not be there, but obviously then you've got those two. Harvey, do you remember when Barnes took us apart for West Brom? We lost 4-1 down there.
Yes,
He scored twice,
right, yeah.
Harvey Barnes.
Right. Come on, Leeds.
Come on, the boys.
Come on.
Guys, if you wouldn't mind slapping a like on the video, that would be great as well. If you are new, make sure you subscribe for more Leeds United exclusive content. Got to get that in beforehand. Nobby Styles, Dad, how do you remember Nobby Styles?
Don't remember him at all, kind of way before my time.
There you go. It's more of an insult to you, that.
Yeah, way before my time, yeah. I think when they won the World Cup, I was 1 year old.
Work out how old my dad is then, guys. Quick maths. Tell you what, they look like a small team. Couldn't stop thinking that.
Right, yeah, they do. To be fair, Connie. Yeah.
Alongside that, I can't remember what I was going to say. I was going to say something. I forgot. Come on, Leeds.
And Nobby's son, John Styles, played for Leeds in the 1980s.
Oh yeah, remember that?
Yeah. Something Styles.
Yeah, John Styles. Do you remember that? Yeah.
Maybe it's down to
Come on, Leeds. Come on.
So far, levelling off in the Premier League. So we have a situation tonight of great reward in the table. The Leeds win takes last season's EFL champions into the top four, maybe even to the top
why is
three.
everyone supporting Leeds?
What did you say, Jack?
Why is someone just put on the chat? Why is everyone supporting Leeds? Why do you think, mate? It won Leicester or won Leeds, this channel.
Alan Smith got the winner, but not the Alan Smith.
Jack, I'd log off that because you're going to get the updates before we'll see it.
No, indeed.
Yeah, I don't know. It's unfortunately.
I have to say it's one of the loudest arenas I have ever performed in, but still looking.
I don't. I've never heard. I've never heard a commentator, an English commentator, call a stadium an arena.
Right, is that what he just did?
Alan Smith just said it's the biggest arena I've ever played in, as in like atmosphere wise.
Come on, Leeds.
Come on, boys.
You can see just how much the ball does move on the surface. It rained a lot before
You what?
the marvellous game.
Not the Alan Smith. Not Smudger.
It's fallen even more heavily.
Go on, go on.
Come on, Pat.
It is a brightness back. Leicester City back three, if you like.
Leeds recovering the ball high up the pitch already.
Looking lively already, Connor, aren't they?
Yeah.
Here's Patrick Bamford. Very much the man in form. Scorer of the most recent Premier League hat-trick. Yeah, our first Premier League hat-trick was
The top class kit that of ours, isn't it?
on this ground.
Yeah, it does. It's a very nice kit. I think I'm coming around to that one a bit more. I did not like it, but I do prefer the maroon one, but I'm coming around to that one a bit more now, I think.
JD, man.
Yeah, JD ruins it a bit. They've got to do it for sponsorship, haven't they?
Yeah, they have. It's all money.
I think that's nice.
Robin Koch on the ball now. What was that? Koch. Yeah, Liam Cooper. Just doing the normal Leeds thing where we're just sort of retaining possession, looking for those openings going forward. Looks like Leicester are doing a Wolves straight away.
Yeah.
Got Pab.
Yeah, come on, Leeds.
Give it.
Yes. Looks nice.
Oh, Bamford!
Come on.
Bamford!
I can't believe that.
Oh, he's got what he always does it though, doesn't he? He did it against Villa. He's always got 2 or 3 where he should be.
Just so easy.
Oh, Patrick. Early goal.
Oh,
he's in.
And the score.
There you go. Unbelievable. And that's the Premier League. Didn't even see it, but that's the Premier League in a nutshell. Bamford misses an absolute sitter. Other end, Leicester go score. It's got to score, mate. You've got to score that. It's the Premier League. What has happened here?
Well, they were still showing that, weren't they? We didn't even see the build-up.
What has happened here?
Oh,
Robin. Robin.
Flat-footed, just terrible. Terrible.
Jesus, Robin. Come on. Oh, God, it gets worse every time you see it.
Oh, that's just pathetic from Leeds.
Shocking
That's
start.
Pathetic.
Jesus Christ, man. Man.
I mean, what a contrast that Villa game.
But what I tell you what, not only that, but what a contrast in finishing, isn't it? Straight away, our first chance, we don't score it. Their first chance, fresh. They're still raw, They're still raw on the pitch as we are. If they take, it's the difference in the Premier League. That is it. It's the difference.
Yeah, it's a lovely ball.
But it's very early. It's only 2 minutes in. We've got bags full of time. But that's a shocking start. And it doesn't fill you with confidence with Robin and Vardy, does it?
I just can't believe that. I mean, how brilliant he was the last game. That's
He's got to score Bamford. That's the difference. Yeah, and that's the annoying thing. What a brilliant defensive record we've had. We've had a phenomenal, and he just made. Did
you see how heavy the pitch was there? I think he thought that was going to carry through to the keeper, and it just got stuck, didn't it?
Yeah, but Vardy's there, isn't it? Vardy and Barnes, they're both quick.
It almost got stuck in a puddle. What this shows to me is that, you get a chance in 20 or 30 yards out to take it, because this is just going to spin straight off the surface. The keepers are going to be dropping balls left, right, and centre here.
I don't think I've seen a team do that to Leeds in such a long time. It just seemed like 2 balls, or 3 balls, then they were in. That's the Wolves in it. They're just sitting in now.
Well, they don't need to do a great deal more at the moment.
They're doing the same thing at the start, though. They were looking for that counter-attack, weren't they? They were looking for it from moment one. Yeah, we're going to get this now. This is what Wolves did when Wolves scored.
For me,
they just camped.
We've got to start taking some efforts from a little bit long range here.
Yeah, we do.
Keeper's got to spill something.
Corner. It's been a good response from Leeds. We're in their half, but God, that's disappointing. This has got to go in from Bamford.
It gets worse every time you see it. Everybody else is upset.
Well, he was annoyed. We couldn't have expected the consequence at the other end so rapidly. It's actually gone out. It will be a goal kick.
Stupid individual errors, like not being able to take a corner.
Well, Leicester have already made club history by winning their first 3 away matches.
Expect that in League 2.
I hate stuff like this. Corners are the biggest bugbearer. You get such a brilliant opportunity to put the ball into. It's an advantage. It's such an advantage having a corner, having a set piece in that area, and Pablo just cannot even get it in the box. Where are we? Oh, Liam. Click's had the most touches of the ball. It seems like the pitch has actually been affecting Leeds a bit more. There's been a couple of slips on the ball. Obviously, that Robin Koch ball back to. Who's there? That's off again.
Yeah.
What's going on, Leeds? Come on. Sloppy. God's sake.
Mistakes might be aplenty here. On a sodden pitch, Leeds don't normally hesitate to get the ball into the box.
It's going through his head now.
Ah, man.
The best pitch to play from the back on because of the rain. Robin Koch already found it very awkward. This is the header to Barnes, finds Vardy.
Robin's out of position. They're in again. Great. Well done, Melier. Well done. Robin needs to switch on. Because he's nearly cost us another one there. He's got to win that, Robin. He's just completely out of position. Vardy playing in Barnes again. That combination, which we know from the start is going to be an absolute terror.
Excellent play from the keeper there.
Yeah, Melier does really well. He almost had a really heavy touch there, Barnes, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
No, not you.
Ah, God. Don't seem prepared for Leicester at the minute. We just don't. For these quick counter-attacks, it's like we're not prepared. I don't know what's going on. Sluggish. Second balls, Leeds. Come on. Oh, man. Great. That's what you want. And this will unfortunately work into Leicester's hand just because of Barnes and Vardy and how quick they are. Unfortunately, Bamford doesn't possess that. We don't play that way, do we? Just over the over the defenders and for Bamford to chase on. We don't play that way.
Less than there for Harrison as well. He can run it.
We're giving the ball away too easily. Way too easily at the minute.
Thomas had a run in the Premier League side towards the end of last
Oh,
season.
God. Just talk, Cooper! Talk, man! God's sake!
He's not good enough for me. I'm
Oh,
sorry. He's
no,
just not
I
good enough
know.
for this level.
It's got to
It's
start,
just not good enough.
He's got to start proving it, man. He just looks so shaky against certain strikers. Strikers who come against Liam with a big reputation. He just looks a bit edgy. As a centre half, as your captain, you've got to be commanding there, haven't you? We're yards off it. We're 5 yards off this. It's been a
Melia almost caught out there.
poor start. Really poor start. Alan Smith just said it there. We need to settle down. It's not just me. It's not just us saying that. Vardy's having so much freedom.
Play on, ref. Play on.
But they are starting this season the way they started last season. Of course, for a long period of last season, they looked as though they'd be playing in the Champions League rather than Europe's.
I just don't know. Suddenly, like I'm nervous. I'm nervous at the back. No, but I'm nervous at the back all of a sudden. I'm really nervous at the back. They just look shaky.
We're fluid going forwards. It's just at the back.
But we're not. We keep losing it going forward, Dad. We're not breaking the lines. Like they keep breaking it up. For me, there, Ayling's knocking the ball out. We're getting corners and we're not getting them into the area. You know what I mean? This is also a ravaged Leicester side. We should really be taking advantage of this.
Yeah, but they've got more strength and depth.
Yes, they have.
This is just a championship team at the end of the day, isn't it? I'd still expect them to be competing better than this. We're only 10 minutes into it, though.
Yeah. It's just frustrating because it's the perfect start for Leicester and just a horror show for us.
There's still a chance to get in this.
Oh, just slow, Dallas.
Completely
Slow.
there. We've got to really
Well,
stay in this. The next 5 minutes are crucial for the game.
Harvey Barnes, good effort, good save. We're getting mauled at the minute. Mauled.
It's similar to Man City this at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, it feels like very Man City. Dallas took so long to bring the ball down there and pass it.
Yeah.
This annoys. Start a game sometimes. We're just not on it. Takes us to the second half to wake up.
That's a great effort. Brilliant save.
But he's got too much time. We're standing off him, aren't we? We're standing off. Go on, Harvey. Have a go. We'll get him off then. If Dallas is limping, get him off. Let's not do this hard men. Like, he's limping. He's not going to be able to jump for the corner, is he? Oh, what? Just what is going on?
Just all over the shop. We've got to stay in this now.
There's no ideas at the minute. We're all over the shop. It's like an FA Cup game, this. Jesus.
Oh, dear.
Baptism of fire, isn't it? Oh, God. It's a good ball. Come on now. No. Let's just think about that. Don't need to do that.
His right foot.
It was a decent idea. He was just too far past this near post to get one on target.
All his goals at Villa, all three of them were left-footers. And it's not as infrequent as you might think. Leeds were on the wrong end of a left-footed hat-trick at the start of this season to Mo Salah. And that 4-3 at Anfield.
Well done, Erling. Well done.
There's no press at the minute either. It's like it's easy for Leicester. This like we're all hyping on about this high press Leeds always do, but it's just comfortable this for Leicester.
Yeah, come on.
Bamford.
It's doing well there, Costa. Very close to him, isn't he?
He's got no options.
Yeah.
He's done really well.
Really well.
But he's just got no options, has he? Oh, God, Cooper. Losing it again. Key areas. And they're a counter-attacking team. We're losing it in stupid areas.
It's big, this, isn't it? That's it.
He's done that one. This is terrifying at the minute.
Oh yes, lovely ball. Second best. The Robiners, aren't they, at the moment?
He's outnumbered.
Yeah.
He's just outnumbered. And they're first to every second ball. This is what Wolves are like in the second half. Got to be able to start playing against these sides, haven't we? You know, the sides who just sort of camp in and look to counter-attack.
Yeah.
Because they're just our Achilles heel at the minute. There's no options, is there?
No.
It's just, we're just so off it. So off this. Ayling slips near the box. Just everything seems to be falling for Leicester at the minute. Well done.
Important for the team in the absence of Wilfred and Deeney. Mendy.
Here's Justin. Right in the head of it. And trapped as well. Harrison. He's trying to get it forward quickly. And he does that but a bit too quickly.
What a contrast.
Yeah, it's a completely
really
different team, this, to Villa. Completely different. Flat-footed, don't they?
Yeah. What's the difference player-wise?
I think
Rodrigo.
I think yeah, well, Rodrigo, yeah. The difference is though they've sat in and they look terrifying on the counter attack with Barnes and Vardy every single time. They don't need Maddison. Imagine if they bring him on.
Yeah, we're not causing many problems at all.
We're not.
They're comfortable in their own space, aren't they?
Yeah, there's no problem. There's no press. We keep going on about this aggressive press. There's no press from Leeds at all. Leicester are comfortable in possession
now.
But they're winning every second ball normally, aren't they?
Yeah.
We just look nervous. Where's that? Who's that going to?
Who was injured at the back end of last season. That's why Thomas got some game time in the Premier League. The Costa click. Might come on for Shackleton.
Oh dear.
By Cooper.
It's a blow to lose Rodrigo, isn't he? Who's playing well in the...
Yeah, Rodrigo's a massive miss, isn't he? You can tell his energy, his creativity, his turn on the ball. At the minute, we just look a yard off it, don't we?
Yeah.
In the midfield, we look isolated. That's just horrendous. Pablo straight to Barnes. Vardy.
Well done, lads.
We've done well there.
Put it back well.
No, he's not getting there, is it?
He is.
It's not.
Unlucky. I think he could have got there. He knows it.
Oh dear.
And the Costa on the other side, hoping to get behind the wing backs, have a go at the centre halves on either side if they possibly can. But so far, Leicester have been nice and organised.
Not an awful lot to shout about at the moment, is it, Connor?
Oh, we had a shot. We had a shot yet?
Well, we had Bamford's header.
Oh yeah. I just feel like the brilliant thing about Shackleton is obviously you're going to get that natural energy but we're missing some creativity in there. Because Shackleton's all about the energy, but he's not going to create you something out of nothing, is he? Click's taken out of that role now because he's playing the Calvin Phillips role. So we've just got nothing. We've got nothing going forward apart from Hernandez. I called for this Click Shackleton thing, but it just doesn't. I didn't expect Rodrigo to be out. I think Rodrigo being out is huge. So it's just there's no creativity in there. Oh, just a Pablo, man. If that was the right, what's he doing? What's he doing? Click, what are you doing?
Got a problem.
Come on, there's 3 here. What's Click doing? Jesus.
I must have met missed that one, Connor. What happened there? He tried a backwards header.
Click tried a backwards header and Vardy's behind him.
Yeah.
No, we're just
crossfield passes like that.
We're giving the ball away left, right, and Charlie.
Yeah.
Absolutely cannot keep the ball. Easy to get past Cooper.
Oh, that looked like a free kick.
Come on, then. Let's move with it, Click.
Yeah.
Let's move with it, Click. Standing looking at the man who's been fouled. Just no end. But look at this. It's lethargic. Like
that square ball there, right the way across the pitch. We've done that twice. Pablo did it. And he's just done it caught out straight away.
Who's played on Thursday? Is it Leicester or Leeds?
Well, that could work in their favour. They've had 2 games, haven't they? We haven't had anything in 10 days.
Aylan's not offering anything at all.
No, he's not.
He's giving it away.
These crossfield passes are not working at the moment. Leaving themselves so exposed.
Yeah, it's that we keep doing the crossfield ball. It gets caught up in the rain, and they're in so much space as well every time they get the ball. Like they're on us here. It's so easy for them to get into these positions. Barnes on the ball here on the edge of the D. Just the
heavy touch.
Have we ever played in the rain before? Leicester look so comfortable in the rain. Leeds just look like they've never seen like water on a pitch before. Not judging the they're in again.
There it is. There's 2. There it is.
This is a maul in there. That's game over.
Yeah.
Game over.
Yeah. They do deserve it. Yeah.
Way off.
We're looking
shocking.
3rd division at the moment. Absolute 3rd. Looking so easy.
Yeah, that's it. Just
you feel that's
that another mistake here. Just yards off it. Yards off it.
And 5 Leeds players there just holding back. Nothing. No sense of urgency.
Where's Robin again?
Still with.
Who's following Tielemans? Who? Where's the defensive solidity here? Robin can't win a header against Vardy. Who's following him?
3 or 4 Leeds players there, completely outnumbering their players, and they still managed to get. It's a cracking save from Melier.
No, but why is Robin also not? Why is he not getting ahead of Vardy there? Why is Vardy? He's a 6'4" centre back. No one follows Tielemans in. Easy as you like. There you go. Easy. This is for the first time. This is when I know we've got injuries, but Leicester have got injuries.
Yep.
Leicester's entire team's been ripped apart. They've got Christian Fuchs at the back. He's about 39. Do you know what it is? Do you know what it is as well? The frustrating thing is you'll get people coming out after this and saying weren't expected to win, but this is the manner of the performance. Yeah. This is the fact that we're not imposing ourselves at all on Leicester. No. We're yards off it. We've got the pass. I wonder what the pass completion is. It must be about 22%.
I had an awful thought of Southampton last year.
But, I don't mind. I'll never mind losing. I'll never mind losing 2-0 to Leicester. I don't mind that. But, it's the manner of the defeat. This is just shocking.
Can't believe it, look.
Men not following men, like in the attacking thirds, us losing the ball all the time, us slipping over, not looking where we're passing it. We've had about 4 days extra rest than Leicester as well. Unbelievable. No, we're not a one-man team, are we? We're not Rodrigo FC.
No, we're not. It's looking distinctly championship, isn't it?
It shows you how important that Bamford miss was. Massive.
That would set the tone.
The four efforts on target.
Vardy involved in both. City superbly set up to play away. They're doing the business again. Mentioned Arsenal earlier on, Manchester City the other game.
They've won all three of their away games so far, haven't they?
Here they are, playing on the goals again on their travels.
We've just got nothing going forward, have we? We've got
They're completely
nothing.
comfortable Leicester, aren't they?
Shackleton there, like I thought it'd work, but it's not. I didn't know Rodrigo would be out, as we said. This is just awful. He needs to change something. Because they're just going to get more counter-attacks towards the back end of the half. And we've got nothing going forward.
This is, he's kind of responsible for both goals, unfortunately, isn't he, Koch, at the moment?
Yeah. I thought we were seeing a bit of a consistency change with him, but obviously not. It's been a shocking game for him. He's got to beat Vardy for that header. He's got to interpret it. But I do not know who's following Tielemans. Who on earth? I mean, how much space is he in? 10, 15 yards by himself? Shocking defending.
People haven't commented saying Pervada, bring him on.
Yeah, I think so. No, I'd do it now. I'd do it now.
Yeah, may as well.
What have we got to lose?
Yeah.
We're 2-0 down. The likelihood is we're probably going to lose this game. Sorry for everyone in the chat, but this is, it's realism.
As of now.
And we're just yards off it.
Well,
Look
when
how
this game over, get another one. That's it. Finished.
But they're not.
We're just
They're
not
not even,
closing down, are we?
there's no press. There's nothing exciting about Leeds. We're not good going forward. We're horrendous at the back. We're not following our men. We're making individual errors. We're slipping everywhere. Dallas has just slipped for the third time in the game there. What?
Oh,
We look League Two at the minute. Look League Two. Mellier's just palmed it into his post. The rain just seems to have... Oh, Jesus. It's in... Come on. 5-yard passes now. We're slipping everywhere. Leicester seem to be staying on the feet. Playing nice football.
It came off the post, didn't it? Jesus. Came off the post there. There's a lot of pressure on his shoulders, to be fair. I feared for this, for Melier.
That's only one.
I know.
It's not Mellier's not half the problem.
He's not the problem.
Vardy's... I mean, but Robin doesn't. He doesn't ever give it to the ref. He's like, he just sort of just there. There you go. It's like there's no aggression there. Possibly the worst start we could have imagined. I mean, Leicester should be 3 or 4 up here.
Keep seeing Haaland's name popping up on the comment.
Right, yeah.
We need Haaland on a free chance.
Yeah. How about Messi?
Game changer.
He's unhappy, isn't he? I'd have a straight on the keeper. Well, he did. A little bit harder, maybe. Let's go straight to them again. Let's have another go, Leicester. Yeah.
They need the older heads to try and settle things down within that Leeds team at the moment.
Come on, Liam. Liam, open your mouth.
He's
Open
half
your mouth.
asleep, him, look. Like a rabbit stuck in the headlights. Cooper.
He's come back too soon for me. Not injured.
Yeah.
He's going to be furious.
It's a shocking start. It's an awful start. Awful.
What's so frustrating is all that momentum we had, all that good positive energy after the last game, and it's just been shot to pieces in 3 minutes.
It's the Premier League, though, isn't it? It's the Premier League. We look scared. We look absolutely fearful to get on the ball. They are in. Look at this. This is going to be embarrassing.
Yeah, it really is.
This is going to be embarrassing. We can't get near them. We cannot get near them. If you're not watching the game, we are getting mauled here. And for anyone who's turning around and just being like, oh, it's fine, you've got no ambition. Because, we want to be, they're a good team, Leicester, but they're ravaged with injuries. And we're not playing our way. We're not playing the Leeds way. We're just getting absolutely taken apart. Simple mistakes. We can't keep the ball. Passes are going astray. Mistakes everywhere. Unforced errors. Leicester can deal with a wet pitch. We can't.
Boots is an interesting one here. It's a good way to get him into the team on the left of that foot. I don't think he played a 4, but he's got some young lads alongside him. He's 34 now.
Did well then, man, yeah. Right, come on, Robbie.
Well, the target for Leeds United surely is to get the next goal, and we'll see where that takes them.
We're just not aggressive. We're getting killed there. We're getting absolutely killed.
Facing, much more of a threat at the other end of the pitch. Barnes
Hey!
went down cheaply.
Harvey Barnes loves playing against Leeds.
Andre Mariner.
How on earth have we had more? How on earth have we had more of the ball?
Twice as much. You got it one same minute.
It's when you two centre backs touch the ball that many times. Like Cooper's had it loads, Cox had it loads. But we've not done anything in their third. Can't get the ball past the halfway line to our man. Look at this. We've just got nothing.
No, there's no ideas.
Aileen's got no options. Got to change it now, hasn't he? Really, he's got to do something.
Cooper was injured playing for Scotland. To the German international Koch.
That ball, that's not working, is it?
Bamford.
It's here where it's in the middle. They've constantly got options.
No,
There's got two in there, Cock.
Issue here. There shouldn't be an issue. There's 3 of ours.
Oh,
4 now. 2 of them. 4 of them.
Cooper's gone down.
Right, so there's now, what, 6 of ours and 4 of theirs in the picture? Good, we forced them away at least.
Jamie Vardy back in his native county.
He didn't get straight, Colin.
Yeah, I would. I get Cooper off.
Oh, Ali Askey. I mean, I don't know.
He looks like the best kid in the playground, doesn't he? Jamie Vardy bullying the rest.
He's
He
bullying.
certainly is.
Yeah, he's bullying us right now, Jamie Vardy. Cooper and Cock look absolutely terrified of him.
Here's Click.
What do we say? You isolate Jamie Vardy, you win the game, and we've done the complete opposite.
There's no one in the middle.
No one.
It's got all the blue.
Yeah. That's been the worry all
We
season.
can't
though,
pass.
Jeff,
We
isn't
cannot
it?
pass.
It's the middle, isn't it? Middle of the park.
Quicker, Luke. Come on, mate.
He's got no
He's
options
got nothing,
there.
has he? He's got
no
nothing.
options there
No,
whatsoever.
he's got nothing.
Hernandez just curling it through to Shackleton. And
Weird.
there's no up in the end. Scott Ledger. Papana didn't know it was.
And was that offside? I mean, he didn't foul anything.
Yeah, he's offside.
In the box.
He's a
Yeah.
mile off.
Just to make a bit of ground, and it's a nice tackle. It's clearly offside. Free header for Koch. Met by Fuchs. Barnes there. Barnes. He did get the touch.
Cannot get the first ball ahead of Vardy, can we?
Thomas. First third of the game, very much going Leicester's way. One thing about Leeds United under Marcelo Bielsa.
Do you know what? I think if Phillips had been in this team, or even Rodrigo, it would be exactly the same picture.
I've got a feeling with that as well. I've got a feeling.
I don't think it'd have been any different.
No, I think there's going to be a lot of people who are just going to blame that. But I think as a team, we just look flat-footed.
Yeah.
You know, it's them coming forward as well. It's not just us going. It's not just us going forward where you'll have the impact of Calvin looking forward and obviously Rodrigo. But it's the quick counter-attacks, which a Calvin's not going to stop. That's up to, the back two to come back.
Yeah.
It's not an alien and all that sort of stuff. It's not to do with... We just can't get through, can we? We can't get through. Like prison walls. Yeah, the ball that centre-back, he's only 19.
Right.
Number 3 for Leicester, he looks brilliant. Fofana.
He's a boy who's arrived by the silver medal route. He's not been a gold star
player on his journey so far.
It says to me as well with this that Bielsa doesn't fully trust Struijk in that midfield, which is worrying.
Leicester been so good at Harrison trying to get through, but
Yeah.
Schmeichel's there.
Well, the positive is we never stop trying, do we? You know, it looks like we're struggling at the moment, but we're still probing away, so you just never know.
Been handed to on a plate. Now being given a chance in the first team so soon at Leicester City. He's grabbed it. He's been outstanding and he's started well here.
Cooper! Goodness sake!
To be fair, most of his teammates.
Slipping, losing the ball.
Fuchs. Also got the first goal.
Dallas has struggled on that side as well.
They've all struggled, Con, haven't they?
No, but I think they should have just kept that same back line for Villa. I think they should have kept that. I said it in my preview.
Yeah.
Should have kept that same back line. Ayling and Koch together, Alioski on the left and Dallas on the right.
Well, it worked, didn't it?
Back line's been completely shape-shifted. Look like they've never played together before. Where's the left back? Oh, I keep forgetting to do the man marking thing, don't they? Dallas just giving the ball away. We look like a league below team here.
Dead, don't we?
Because, you saw Arsenal lose to Leicester and you've seen other teams like, I've watched this year sort of, I think they beat West Brom, but West Brom, I mean, they were passing, they were getting more pass percentages than we were at this moment in time and getting a little bit more going forward. Dean Garner was good against Leicester. They had a few bits going forward, but Leeds at the minute, we just look
completely... comes with the conditions as well. Seems to handle it.
Just look absolutely shot.
Not there now.
No, they're not.
Why are they not
They're-
slipping in and all this?
It's exactly the same for them. They're just handling it so much better. Better players, aren't they?
That's it. It is. They are Leicester, a better team. They've been Premier League champions. They've been in Europe, so we've got to take that into account. I think with this, it's just the fact that we know what we can play and we know how we can play, and it's just we're not able to get that out in this game. And I don't think that's because of Leicester. I genuinely don't think that's because of Leicester. I think it's because of our individual mistakes. We cannot keep the ball, and we've been making unforced errors, and that's the issue. It's not the fact that I'm disappointed that we're losing against Leicester, because Leicester are brilliant. But it's the fact that we're not imposing our game that we've imposed on Villa, that we've even imposed on Wolves. We were better. We were way better against Wolves than this. And Wolves literally sit in and don't do anything. Yeah. Leicester actually come out against you. And that's the frustrating thing. It's, the fact that you're there getting a Leicester City player with two Leeds players around him, getting out of it. They're getting out of every single situation.
His boyhood favourites, Aston Villa. The second stage of his career would work out. Been a very good signing for Leicester City.
Just losing the battle, aren't we?
Yeah,
we're just losing every single battle. Cooper's out of position again.
It just seems like they only need 2 or 3 people against our 5 or 6. And that's good enough.
Way better, aren't they? They look on a different level. Jack, what are you looking at Twitter for? Oh, right. It's even worse. Bamford.
And he's miscontrolled it. He's miscontrolled it. 2 chances. That should have been an equaliser.
It's embarrassing at times, isn't it?
Well, both times the big chance for Leeds has fallen to who you would want it to fall to. He just looked a little bit late, but when it was playing into him here.
These chances are so hard to come by. It's just poor control.
He's been talking, been interviewed a lot recently, of course, because of the goals he has been scoring. He's very eloquent.
So you're going to find out the goals before us, and you're going to know. No, but I'm saying they're coming on the comments before. Do you know what I mean?
Right, you go.
We'll play a clip. But Shackleton just hasn't. He's not got that ability when he's in that little pocket of space to create anything. He's just a little workhorse, which is great. But we need someone with a bit of creativity now. Come on, Harrison.
Cooper. I play two. Can ball.
This ref's not blown for anything, though, has it?
No.
Well, it's a little bit different already, because the pitch has got heavier and running with the ball meant you're trying to do that. Then some of the sharpness taken out of Leicester, not so much by Leeds, but by the surface, which was so slick for that quick brand of football.
This is better. This is better. Coming into it a little bit more now. Last 5 minutes, we're actually winning the second balls, which is good. But I mean, just this bit looking forward now, there's just a sea of blue, isn't there?
Yeah, there is. How do you break that down, Connor? How do you get through that?
You got to commit men, haven't you? But when you commit men, you're going to be susceptible to the counter attack. But that is what you've got to do. Like, you look at Dallas there. As soon as he commits, he's got space going forward.
Some cluster post, but obviously Newworth, he seemed quite relaxed about that, didn't he?
That's good defending. If you're not sure.
Probably knew Ayling was behind it. Don't know if that
And he's only a kid, isn't he?
They're all like Leicester. They're ravaged. I think Luke Thomas, Fuchs, Mark Albrighton.
Yeah.
They've not got a recognised centre back apart from that Fofana.
And we're so much bigger.
And we're just putting in corners like that. What on earth are we doing? Just what a waste of a corner again. 2 corners where we're just wasting them.
Unusual at all.
Completely wasting corners.
Waste any time before half time.
Got more players back than we have forward.
Shackleton. Pablo Hernandez takes over.
Come on.
Elder Costa.
How's he ever going to get that? Come on, mate.
That's 5 minutes or so.
It's going to travel more there. It bounces off the pitch.
It is.
You
can't pelt it like that.
You can't smash balls across the pitch like that.
It's going to go off the surface at 300 miles an hour.
It's short balls.
Yeah. If anything, you underhit it and it's going to get to the man.
Yeah.
Useful tool for Marcelo Bielsa to not talk to the media in English.
He's away again. Now, this shouldn't be an issue. There's 5 of us here.
More than 5.
Oh my God.
Give it away again. Now, come on.
That was a good chance. Oh my God.
Oh, they were stretched. Saying that we were as well.
Oh my God.
It took 3 of our players out.
We're yards off. Absolutely yards off.
That was an important touch.
Click's been the best player, I think.
he has,
Click's been by far the best player on the pitch. Just no one else is matching his quality.
Click or Costa.
Costa's had a good game, but I won't say
That's
good.
about
I
it.
won't say good.
Melia's tried.
I won't say a good game, but yeah, the rest of them have been bang average or below.
Ayling's trying as always.
I think he's been.
Yeah.
I think he's been awful. To be honest, I don't know. One in the mail, to be honest.
That's the goal which set much of the tone for the first half here at Ellen Road.
You can't run at play like that because we're running at players and we're getting matched for quality, and they're intercepting us. They just look like better individual players, and they probably are.
And they've got the only thing is they've got young kids, haven't they? Quite inexperienced at the back, but they do look better.
But when we come up 1-on-1, they are just physically better. Tielemans has come up against Stuart Dallas and Harrison on that side a couple of times, and he's better in them, way better in terms of just prowess and physicality. He just knows where they're going, predicts it, wins the ball, plays a nice pass to Vardy or Barnes.
Losing home to Leicester is not perhaps the insult these days that it might have been a few years ago. awkward opponents, was I think how Gary described it. They've been more than awkward here, they've been exhilarating at times.
I wouldn't say exhilarating, Martin. Talk some rubbish.
Someone please have a shot.
That first time.
That's the thing with Shackleton. Shackleton's not confident. That's the issue with Shackleton.
Opened up.
You know, he's energetic wise, he's brilliant. He's going to give you that energy as Shackleton. But the problem is when he gets into that shooting area where he needs to have a strike, there he's in a bit of space.
But none of them wanted to have a go. It wasn't just him. None of them wanted to have a go. In conditions like this, you need to be hitting the target because the keeper's going to spill it. Ours did the second goal.
No, but that's what I'm saying. The ball came to Shackleton there and he knocked it on again to Pablo. It's like he didn't have enough confidence.
None of them don't want to have a go. It's like, go on, you have a go. It clicks everyone out of the whole lot, and Pablo occasionally.
We look bigger in them, and they're winning every second ball as well. We're a bigger team.
It was always going to go down. It was always going to go down, you donkey. Well, let's blow that whistle. Can't live to getting a half-time 2-0 at this stage.
You need to get a goal now.
Oh, yeah.
Make a massive difference.
Yeah,
Obviously, isn't it? But
Giving chase.
Didn't connect properly. Was lucky again.
Their press is just killing us.
I just want to get in at 2-0. You know, I'd like to score a goal, but I'm worried they're going to nick one right at the end. That's it.
Because they've got a press with like raw quality. They've just got quality in their press, which is very different to ours at the minute. Laboured. We look flat-footed as well, and that's not about quality. That's just about, you know, they just don't look ready. Leeds. That's what I don't think they were ready to start the match.
10-day gap's not helped.
Oh. Pablo's obviously. There's no surging runs, is there? It's just laboured. We get the ball out wide and we're always looking to cut in with Dallas. That's where I think Alioski against Villa, and I think tonight would have been good because he gets to open his body because he's a left-footed left back.
There could be definitely a substitution coming up for him in the second half.
I'd bring Alioski on.
He's going to add some pace, isn't he?
Yeah, I'd bring Alioski on, definitely. Well done, Costa.
He's done really well.
He needs that. All right, ref's probably made a good call there. But at the same time, Costa had nothing to aim for. That's what he's waiting. He's waiting for people to get in the box. Costa had probably edged it. He's been the best player in this half. He had to do that.
Yeah,
he had to do that. No, he had to
well.
play in the injury.
There. Clever play that.
I just we just look a bigger team. Can we just do something with the set piece? Quality wise,
Under 24 is about 5'4".
They look small without their big centre backs. Johnny Evans, Wes Morgan, whoever. You know, they're a small team.
This in hard as you can in that box.
I don't think I would. They're just going to clear it, aren't they?
It in.
I thought we got onto that.
That's what I don't know. I just smack that in. Well, it's how we changed it for the second half, isn't it? And that was a mauling.
Yeah, outclassed.
I wouldn't call them exhilarating. I think that was an awful lot of our own problems. I don't know where Tyler's coming from.
Patrick Bamford had chances at 0-0 and later on in the half.
What he's complaining about?
Kasper Schmeichel's never shy of having a word with the officials, I can tell you that. At half-time, the team that he captains is leading the team that he used to play for by 2-0.
Easy that, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was disappointing. Really disappointing. Some comments in there. Chris Thorpe says very frustrating. Yeah, I'd agree with that. Bielsa to work his magic in the halftime team talk. I mean,
we need it.
What does he change up? What does he change up? I don't know. Maybe
Alioski, maybe Poveda.
Yeah,
so you bring off.
Yeah, well, exactly. I think Jack Harrison's been neutralised, hasn't he? I think we were just saying, guys. There. I mean, I said it in my preview. I wouldn't have tampered with that back line, but I would also have done what Bielsa has done in terms of putting Click and Shackleton there. But obviously, we didn't know that Rodrigo wasn't going to be there, and he's the creative spark. The issue is now with Shackleton is he's that industrious player, that energetic player. But when the ball gets to him, he's not going to be getting on the turn. He's not going to be running at centre backs. He's not going to be striking one in from 20 yards that you're going to get with Rodrigo or even a Rafinha. So, but for me, we're talking about the players out. I mean, at the back, we've essentially nearly got a full back line. Well, we have. We've probably got, if Bielsa's starting his full back line, and the back line have looked completely all over the place. They've looked all over the place.
Just been unable to deal with the conditions. The conditions are just completely, they look flat-footed, they look tired.
Yeah.
They're out of sorts.
Yeah, they
Conditions are really having a play on the game. Yeah. For Leeds, at least. It's not an issue for Leicester.
Yeah, no, I think Alioski on says Molly is a really good shout. I think I would bring Alioski on. I think just naturally, once again, what I was saying in the preview, and you can give your opinion on this, is I said that when you get in Leicester, who are going to apply the high press on the wings, which they always do, Leicester apply the high press on the wings, you've got to have a natural-sided left footer. You have to have it because it can come across the body straight away. They don't have to cut inside. And what Stewart keeps doing, you saw it for the second goal, he keeps trying to cut inside. He keeps trying to take that additional touch. They're on his touch straight away. And that's where they're nicking the ball. And they keep nicking it on this side as well. But I think Ayling and Costa's side has actually been better than Harrison's and Dallas. They're losing out a hell of a lot on that side because of the press.
Although the goal came down Ayling's side, didn't it? First one.
It did, yeah. It did, yeah. I mean, we didn't even see it, did we?
Yeah.
Byron said, "Is it that they are just better than us, Connor, or that we aren't playing our normal game?" It's a really good point, Byron, because as Leeds fans, we do need to just. It's been frustrating this first half. We've all been, of course, in the emotions of football. We turn around and be like, of course we are, this, that, and the other. But when you look at it, this is a consecutive Champions League listed team.
But they are weak. We've got some players that we've never even heard of, and they're coming. They're doing a great job, aren't they?
And I think this is my problem with it, Byron. With your question, my problem is they've got so many players out. Albrighton's not a regular feature for them. Neither is Fuchs. He isn't a regular feature. They're on the bad side of they're not regularly playing for Leicester basically, so they're not getting a lot of game time. You haven't got James Maddison on the pitch. You've essentially really got Tielemans, Barnes, and Vardy, who are the problems. But it just seemed that, as soon as Bamford missed that chance, they went to the other end, and with three passes they were in.
Don't seem to have the intuition to be able to get past that the way they do defend. They do defend in numbers, don't they, behind the ball?
Yeah.
We've seen that quite often from other teams. We see that, but we just don't seem to have the nous at the moment to be able to deal with it. I think Byron's right. I think even though the young kids have come in, they're playing for the manager. They're playing probably beyond what their expectation is.
Yeah.
And they're just dealing with it. They just do look an awful lot better outfit than we do.
Yeah.
All over the pitch.
Yeah, and I think it's also key to note, we said before the game that aside from Robin Koch, that is the Championship side. We don't have Rodrigo in there. We don't have Rafinha there or thereabouts. Obviously we don't have Calvin Phillips, who's a massive miss. But you were actually saying in that first half, would they have made that much of a difference?
It would have made an awful lot of difference.
And why do you think that?
There seems to be something about our energy. I don't know. I worry about Phillips sometimes, and I'd get an awful lot of stick for this. I know he's important to us, but I don't think his energy has been there this season so far. So I don't think it made an awful lot of difference on the pitch. We just need a bit of impetus, don't we? We need maybe a Poveda. We definitely need Alioski. We need somebody that's really going to take the game to Leicester and cause a little bit of upset. We can't see it at the moment from this present group of players on the pitch.
No, I think the best players. I think the best players have been Costa and Click. I think Click's been brilliant in that defensive midfield role. The issue is with him in that defensive midfield role is it takes out the creativity of him going forward. I mean, they're just showing this Bamford chance now. I mean, this Bamford chance is
actually a lovely builder.
It's
a cracking builder.
It's an unbelievable miss. It's point blank, and then straight away, this is the Premier League. As I was saying, if you guys are watching the watch along with me and my dad, Schmeichel rolls it out. Christian Fuchs, left back. They've got away with it. Fuchs plays it down the line, as they like to do. It's simple. Koch receives the ball here. But he can, in his vision, he can see Vardy there, can't he? He's looking at the entire pitch there, is Koch. They still have
a lot to do. Leicester, they did that really well, actually. When you look at Vardy, the way he set that up, and there was still a bit to do from there.
I understand that, but you've got 2-on-1 here.
Yeah.
He did have a lot to do, but he took it past Meslier. And I mean, I think that's
selfish from
I think that's quite simple, but It's just so easy how we split open, and that is the biggest indicator Leeds United have had. I think the Mo Salah third goal, when he smacked it in the top corner, and I think the Mo Salah one where he smacked it in the top corner, and this game here has been the biggest indicator in the Premier League. But the second goal here was lackadaisical down the left. Tielemans has had 7 touches on the ball. Click doesn't follow Tielemans there. Koch had to beat Vardy. Koch had to beat Vardy there. He doesn't. Vardy gets ahead of him. Albrighton, who's not played in the Premier League in about 2 years, crosses the ball to Vardy. Vardy beats Koch in the air. You've got to win that battle, and no one is following. No one's following Tielemans. He's got the freedom of Ellen Road to put it in the bottom corner. So yeah, I mean, Christopher's saying here 2-2. If Bamford scores his chances, I know, but I think there you got to turn around and say, well, if Leicester score their chances, it's if and buts and maybes, isn't it?
Works both ways.
It works both ways. I mean,
it's nice and positive, Christopher. Let's hope that's the way it plays out.
But I mean,
I do need a change.
I did say 3-2 Leeds. Right, let's hope it works. And hopefully this is sort of a Millwall scenario, where we're 2-0 down and then we came back in the second half. But we've just
happened before, hasn't it?
But we've not been. I think the most frustrating thing is, guys, I tell you what, Summoner, you've come out and said, keep the same players, change the positions, maybe. Where? If you're keeping the same players on the pitch, who are you putting where? I'd love to know your comment, because I know you've been active in the comments here. So yeah, get your comment. I'd love to know where you think. So if you're keeping the exact same players on the pitch, who would you move where? I'd be really interested to know that. So yeah, they've handled the conditions better, which is a really good point from Vinny. I mean, it's as if when we're playing. So West, ironically, using the word spray, obviously with rain, we're spraying the ball across the pitch. But then you're getting Tielemans, you're getting Mendy, you're getting them all intercepting the ball. The balls look short. The second goal, the ball's short on the left-hand side. They intercept it. They come forward. They just seem to be judging the flight of the ball 10 times better, don't they?
The conditions are an awful lot better than we are.
Yep, and once again, Slow Steady Steve says, flood the pitch and get it called off.
Yeah. Get something then.
Ian says Monday night is not good for us.
Seems to be.
It's a bit of an issue, isn't it? Paveda on 4, Alioski on 4. It's a good point. I'd probably put Paveda on 4. It depends if we're changing formation. But if we're keeping the 4-1-4-1, I'd take Jack Harrison off, put Costa on the other side, put Paveda on the right-hand side, and then I'd put Alioski on for Dallas. That's not
a bad show.
That's what I do. That's what I do. To be quite honest with you. Summoner says every person that plays soccer missed chances. Wait, soccer, Dad? Soccer. Interesting. We can't just keep the ball, all goals from silly mistakes. I'd agree with it. It's just, and this is why the frustration is building. It's been building here on the One Leeds Fan Channel, because it's not about Leicester. Leicester are a brilliant side. But there's 2 fractions to this. Leicester have got more numbers missing than Leeds have, and they've got a lot of kids playing, Luke Thomas being the one, a lot of players who haven't had a lot of minutes in Christian Fuchs, Mark Albrighton, players that haven't played a lot of football at all. Leeds, this side has played a lot of football together. I know we've not got Rodrigo, but aside from that, you take Phillips out, but we were brilliant without Phillips against Aston Villa. It's the fact that the individual mistakes have been everywhere. The unforced errors have been everywhere. I'll take you back to that click backwards header to Koch when Vardy gets the ball and he's nearly in again. Harvey Barnes and Vardy are absolutely murdering us. They're absolutely taking us apart. And right now, it looks like an FA Cup game. And that's me being real with you. It's me being real with you. I'm turning around at the end of the game and I'm thinking it's Leicester City. Of course it is. And Leicester are a brilliant side. And 2-0, is it that bad? No. In the grand scheme of things, is it that bad? Of course it's not. Losing to Leicester City it's not a problem. But it's the manner of which we're going about it at the minute. We're not playing Leeds football. Bielsa will be going absolutely nuts in the dressing room, because rest assured, these players have still played in the system. These players, even without Phillips and Rodrigo, we weren't even playing Rodrigo, 2-3 games ago, were we? So, yeah, it's big changes need to be made, to be honest. A lot of people saying Struijk should have started, but for me, he's not. If Bielsa's not starting him in a game like this, Bielsa maybe doesn't fancy him.
Maybe so. Yeah.
Sounds like that. And as well, it's not Leicester, it's us. I'd agree with that from Nipper. I mean, Alan Smith was just saying there, he was saying that, it's been electrifying from Leicester. I don't think it has. I think they've all been individual mistakes from Leeds, as it was, let's say against Liverpool. It reminds me a lot of the Liverpool game.
You can say, well, they're forcing the mistakes. You could always argue that.
Yeah,
point,
true. Yeah, and that is a good point. It's the fact that Leicester are closing us down. I've not seen the high press once. Have you?
No.
The high, we're not getting their entire defensive line seems to have 3, 4, 5 touches on the ball, don't they?
Yeah, and it's also the absence of actual shots on goal. Again, it's something that's just been a thing of mine with Leeds over the last couple of seasons. Yeah, we should be shooting more from outside. These are the conditions for that. Yeah, definitely. And Robbie Powell just saying there, they look scared of Vardy, and this is what I said. In the initial side, in the initial preview, sorry. I would have started Ayling centre back, and it's all about, we can all say hindsight's a wonderful thing here, but I think Ayling and Koch were a brilliant partnership the other night, and I don't understand why it's been changed. Pace on him, Connor, as well.
He's got a yard of pace, and Cooper once again, he's slipping around everywhere. Vardy's turning him. He doesn't look up to it again, Cooper, in this game, and I think Ayling and Koch could have been maybe 2 consecutive games, not changing a winning back line. I understand with Rodrigo, of course I do, because he's got coronavirus. But that back line, I don't know.
Completely agree with that.
Connor, mate, Leicester are average, kick and rush, old school stuff. Why do we play like nervous kittens at home? I mean, I don't know if I'd call Leicester average, mate. I don't know if I would, but like you said, they've got a lot of players out. So that... welcome to reality. Leeds are a bang average side. Rodgers is an underrated manager. He's a tactical genius. Is that why he lost to West Ham and Villa? Couldn't tactically do that one, could he? Connor, do you think Liam Cooper has to be on the beach? I presume he means bench there. No, listen, I don't think he needs to be. I think at the start of the game he should have been on the bench. I don't think he should have started. No, but yeah, it's the manager's decision, isn't it? We're just trying to get the stream back on now. I think the rain's probably affected everything, hasn't it? God, yeah. Some people in here blaming the rain.
I think it's got a big part to play for Leeds, not Leicester.
Nah. Looks like a lot of people are saying Pavada's on. That's a bit annoying, this.
Pavada.
Yeah.
I agree with you, Carl. I think Alioski should be there as well.
Yeah, I think so. Just gives us a bit more energy, doesn't he? But are we going to get? Would we get Mould on that left hand side? If he's getting caught out going forward,
Just a bet.
Yeah. Well, we've got nothing to lose, have we? Exactly. And this all out attack Bielsa thing. Don't know why I'm doing that. It is all out attack. But yeah, you feel like that'd just be facilitated by him coming on and bombing forward.
Yeah.
And I think Dallas has had a really poor half, to be honest.
Circle of doom again.
Yeah, we're getting the old buffer, guys, so apologies for that. Oh, dearie me.
Need a goal in the first 5 minutes, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
Here we go.
Certainly an area of the pitch where they did struggle.
Oh, God.
To get a foothold, to get any control in that midfield. But they've suffered problems all over the pitch, really, Leeds, in that first half.
Don't get upset.
No, I won't.
Yeah, we've got a dodgy stream. Oh, watching Formula One now. That's Jackman.
For Leeds, although they would probably be the first to give credit to Leicester and what they've done. Harrison's ball is going to just veer away from Pavada.
That was nothing. But we're going to have a shot.
Also, lovely
Another
pass,
shot,
this
knock
one
and
from
cross.
Cooper. Right on the money. That's a good first touch.
Jack, man.
Really.
Sometimes his balls in are just awful.
Kasper Schmeichel is.
I mean, he's had the ball there for about 30 seconds, hasn't he, Schmeichel?
Just get on with it.
Leicester City. He's had some grumpy moments in most of those, I would say, like the one we saw coming up.
Don't go back, Luke.
Never shy of passing on his feelings to the officials.
It's this press here. Click can't get out of it.
He might have inherited that, of course.
Yeah.
What? Didn't know what I said.
And like Kasper Schmeichel was Gumpers inheriting it from his dad.
Michael Brighton. There is Helder Costa, and it goes off for Brighton.
Corner Leeds.
For an early second half corner for Leeds United. Yeah, you'd expect a quick start from the home team here.
Better start.
After Bielsa's half-time words.
Let's get a proper corner in.
Proper corner. Nah, not done it again. No.
Comes back to Dallas.
Yes!
Get in!
Come on now! Come on! Get in there!
Get in!
What a goal, Stu! Should have taken him off. Come on!
I'm not sure if that was deliberate. That was the cross, but still it went in.
Leeds 1, Leicester 2. Yeah, I think there was a touch, you know, one of those where
Nah, not
That was a
offside.
cross.
No offside. Get in! Come on!
and he can't move before
What a goal, Stu. What a finish.
it turns out it's gone all the way in.
Come on,
That's a
Leeds.
strange one.
A perfect
Michael's
start
at fault
for
there.
Leeds United in the second half.
I think that's an own goal.
Well, a strange goal, but a great 4-1 for Leeds.
Come on
Right,
now.
chance now.
Come on. We're in. We've got a chance yet. What a great
Start
start.
building on this confidence now. Your mum jumped a mile then.
Jack having a siesta. Does he know he's missed the goal?
He just kept on drifting. And right, Alan, for Schmeichel, it looks as though the goalkeeper might have done better, but any
So I'm
touch
pleased
of
we didn't
those
have a
in front
proper
of him,
corner there,
those in
Dom.
front of him were
Yeah, I told you
mostly
should have had a
teammates.
proper corner.
Yeah,
Guys, this is why we're doing watch-alongs and Bielsa's in the dugout. I was taking Dallas off at half time.
Yeah, that's why he gets paid $2 million a year or whatever it is.
Yeah. Go on, Pervader.
Pervader.
Judge the conditions again.
Leeds and that should
Too
give
hard.
them. Hope
Well, I didn't see that one coming.
And they certainly got the kind of coach to drive them on. They've got the fitness levels to drive them on.
Come on, options.
Wasn't it, Connor? This is on the left side there.
Maybe over half time it would have drained a bit. We haven't had any more.
Go on, Stu. Go on, Stu. Give it. Smart ball. Oh, ref, give it then. You.
He wasn't appealing. Andre Marino wasn't in the mood for blowing the whistle.
Hey?
Alice on the way back.
No, he's going to get a card for that, isn't he?
It is, yeah.
Get a yellow card.
That was a foul down there, though. That was a foul, but he should have played it earlier.
Challenges between that pair. Ball Brighton caught him in the first half. Steamed into this one, Stuart Dallas.
Stupid tackle. Stupid tackle, Stuart. Idiotic tackle, that.
Jesus Christ.
Trying to set the tone, Leeds in the second half. Well, the goal has certainly done that, and now
Be careful now.
Yeah, he's got to be.
That's
Cooper. He just meant to be saying that, obviously,
Leicester's
Cooper.
best first half this season, scoring twice, doubling their tally in the first halves of Premier League games in the season to this point. Brendan Rodgers has
I was thinking now we could have been miles away.
Oh, God, giving the ball away again. Well done, Click. Well done, Click.
Click doing the defensive
Turn.
work.
Drive. Helder. Man on.
Man on.
No, he's offside. He's offside. Pablo. God, he's been poor so far as Hernandez. God's sake! It's in such a good position there.
I think if we had an alternative, we wouldn't be on for the second half. I think we're just down to the bones, aren't we?
Yeah, we are. But he's better than that, isn't he, Dad?
Yeah,
he's better than that. That's the thing. That's been the thing with the first half. They're better than this. Turn.
Hoisted it forward in speculative fashion. With a spectacular outcome.
Well played.
Harrison.
He's not even looking at him. No! He's
way.
not even looking at Costa. He's not even looking at the ball there. He's looking at Costa. He's looking at Costa to barge him off there. God's sake, the referees are so predictable.
One of the great qualities that Leeds show to get themselves back into the Premier League was resilience.
Just go.
Particularly having come so close the previous season.
Yeah, I'll just watch it.
Yeah, right. 2 minutes.
Yeah.
The way they failed in the playoffs. Harrison, Bamford. Now Ailing.
Come on, Leeds.
Into
Come on. Oh, no. Wrong ball.
rolling across. Leicester well supported in numbers defensively.
Come on now. Come on. Yes.
This one that Cooper wasn't favourite to get, but he did get.
Come on now.
Ooh. Harrison through the middle.
It's looking better from Leeds, no doubt about
On
that.
the right line for the pass. Hernandez trying to pull a few more strings than he was able to do in the first half.
Well done, Liam.
By Cooper.
Better. So now commit.
Good, better, Connor.
Leeds looking.
Go on, Pervader. Go on, Ian.
Go on, take him on now. Come on, good lad.
Well done. Oh, Pablo! God's sake!
Frustrating,
Just getting in such good positions is Pablo Hernandez, and he's breaking down all the attacks. Pervader did so well there.
Yeah. All the energy for nothing.
It's because we know with Pablo, he's got that ability, but just...
James Maddison is amongst the
James Maddison.
Leicester substitutes, still really striving for peak fitness.
Yeah.
A lot of problems when the restart happened in June. Really features Leicester stumbled out of the Champions League places. Had a run of just 2 wins in 10 games. And they lost.
I mean, how long's he taking, ref?
Final at home to Chelsea as well. That,
Come on, Liam, quicker.
Get their energies back from the first part of the season to come strong when the Championship restarted.
Dallas is like a man
Where
reborn.
they are today. Click.
You give him a right rocket.
Koch.
It's here, innit? We need to keep this up here. Oh, Christ, that changed the banner. Corner,
Oh, yeah.
corner.
Whether he needed to play it or not.
Come on, Leeds.
Brown. It's another corner for Leeds.
Yeah, wasn't sure, was he?
But let's have a proper corner.
Well, it is a truly foul night in West Yorkshire, but it's a fascinating football match.
That's not the quadrant, that. Not even touching it.
Harrison to take the corner, which suggests it's going to be an outswing. Comes out for Pablo.
Oh, well played, Pab.
Great skill.
Oh!
Oh! Oh, Pablo. You see, that's him all over.
Yeah, but a true quality there.
Oh.
I want to see a bit more of that.
Come on, now,
Jack.
Leeds.
Come on.
Over Bamford.
Abel, Abel.
Acosta.
Yes, come on. We're all over him now. This is it. This is the lead. This is the Leeds we know.
Oh, didn't it? Oh, lovely that.
Didn't have too much room to work in here.
Oh,
Oh,
so well there. Oh. Right, we're going to miss what's going on now.
It's a brilliant effort. Leeds lacklustre in the first half. Leicester were the bosses then, but they're not on top now. And their lead is looking a fragile one.
we just can't win a header, can we, Dad?
No, it's
We just
weird.
cannot.
And we're
We're,
tallest as well.
we're about a foot tall. The man Robin Cox, the biggest player on the pitch, and we can't win a header.
He would have expected this kind of response, I'm sure, from Bielsa's boys. That would have been a warning in the half-time team talk.
Come on, Leeds. Come on. Come on.
Blazing.
Come on. Looks like the rain stopped, doesn't it?
Tielemans.
Robin's there.
They're not getting into gear at all, Leicester, with their counter-attacking in the second half. Pratt giving it away. Suddenly, the psychology of matches, a fascinating part of why we love the game.
Come on.
How much scoring a goal can lift you, how much conceding a goal can unsettle you. Poveda.
Come on, you feel as though this is our moment now.
Yeah, we need to make it count in these minutes, don't we? We need to make it count, guys.
Dallas.
We have this spell against Wolves as well. You've got to win that, Jack. You've got to not lose that there. Jack, man.
Again, I didn't see the foul there.
Now he's going to roll around.
Foul.
He's going to roll around. Jack needs to keep the ball there.
Let's just see how long it takes to set this free kick now.
Well, the Wilkes, they need
See how they are. I've noticed that you're right, Connor. They are definitely taking the time from dead ball situations now.
Tielemans, when he was on the ground,
He's not even touched him, really, has he?
It sees the contact coming and he falls back. And what's that? Did you have another little nibble there? Because it's like that cock, isn't it? Click. What's this look?
No call from VAR.
Man on.
Click.
Man on.
Still very much at the heart of the battle.
No, once again, it's not. It needs to be sort of Click with a bit of pace. Yeah, Leeds it's always along the floor. Click's having a really good game.
It's our best player.
Best player by a country mile today.
So, got to be careful with that natural aggression in midfield.
You've never seen him play.
In these circumstances, Leeds need to keep 11 on the pitch.
Hey! That's
Well,
an off
I suppose they could
foul.
see it better than us.
He's been bright. He's had an interesting career. Just £1 million from Manchester City. There might be some add-ons to that as well. He only made one first-team appearance.
What are you doing?
Across the Pennines.
Thank you.
Been involved in youth setups at Chelsea, Arsenal, and Barcelona.
How did this come in?
He spent some time in Spain.
Oh, great. The noise. Yeah, you really feel as though we've got to make something of this moment now.
Because they're going to bring Maddison on.
Come on, Costa. Come on.
Given license to switch. Leeds.
Oh, right. Free kick for Leeds.
Chased by Pratt. Fouled by Pratt. More pressure on Leicester.
spending more time on that left-hand side now, trying to link up with Jack
Yeah,
Harrison.
that's what he's saying. What about a free kick? What about a booking there?
Because we don't play out. We're not streetwise like that. That should be a yellow card. If he's gone up to the referee and gone, there, he's getting a yellow card there.
Maybe some of the younger Leicester defenders, and indeed Kasper Schmeichel, after the nature of the Leeds goal.
Don't see the point. Don't see the point.
From the same sort of position.
Don't see the point. We've got bigger players. And we're going all the way back.
Dallas. Ailing.
Wrong ball for me,
Looking
that.
for Harrison.
Wrong ball. Another overload on the right. Wrong ball, Luke Ayling. Silly ball.
Another Leeds player with an interesting backstory. As James Maddison is Brendan Rodgers' response to the situation, which has seen his team lose a bit of control in midfield.
Yeah, don't try and turn the tide. It's all one way at the moment, in the way that it was in the first half. In the other direction.
With very few touches for Vardy, and those don't come off for him then.
Nothing in the midfield, is there? For him to go.
Dallas with a throw. Bad foot can turn, but the ball quite up the
He's
pace on
just
it for
that's a
that
bobble over
manoeuvre.
his left shoulder there, Bamford. It'd have been in space.
On Brighton. Cooper steps in.
Click, class. Well done.
It's everywhere, Click. Absolutely.
Just needs more in front of him. Needs more in front
Yeah,
of
he's
him.
doing that with his arms, isn't
More
he?
central now is Helder Costa.
It seems like Costa's always going to lose the ball, but he just manages to keep on.
Yeah, he does, yeah.
to Leicester City.
No, don't have a go.
Winding up for one.
Don't have
That's
a
what
go.
you've got to do. You could spill it.
Bouncy in front of the goalkeeper.
Who's running in? No one's running in.
No, admittedly, maybe there should have been.
Well, the change that Bielsa's made at half time, a little shuffle.
I mean, that's going in. It's worthwhile going for.
We're all over them now.
Leicester unable to keep the ball.
It's like roles reversed this. It's like how they started the first half. So Leeds.
Click.
Pablo's at the bar. Yeah. Should have gone in. Just classic.
A learning curve for Leicester.
They're about to bring Maddison on.
Premier League. And they seem to have learned from the first half experience and from the manager's team.
That's where we get caught out here, you know, like with that 1-2. This is where we get. Oh, Liam slipped again. I think he slipped about 14 times. Well done, Jack.
It's a free kick.
No, it's not just he's shouting at the ref, you little chav. Pablo there, quicker.
Switched on, the wide man was. But they're doing all the pushing, Leeds at the moment.
I think they need to swing some balls in the box at some point. Like, Bamford's bigger than their centre-backs.
Clever header.
He's not a great head of the ball, though.
Head as well as the outside.
Well, we've seen that, haven't we?
Cooper. Don't have to force it. Leeds having got one back quite early in the second half.
Second on Ian.
Here's Fabeda.
Too hard. He played that in way too hard. Just bounced straight off his shin.
I think he's the difference, though, isn't he?
Yeah, he's made a real difference. Yeah, he clicks really on it here.
Dallas.
I fancy Click to score, you know.
It's a back from Harrison.
Oh, Ian, jump! Jump! You'd have got to that, Ian.
So this time for James Maddison, for Dennis Pratt, who was outstanding in the first half. The tide has to some extent turned. Maddison trying to redress that. Remember, the last top division meeting between these two did finish 3-2 to Leeds United back in 2004, very shortly after which, both teams were relegated. Mendy. Here's Maddison.
Come on now, Leeds. Come on. Come on. Let's not fall asleep.
Trying to slip it through to Vardy. There wasn't a gap there, though. Ayling. Fabeda. Gets it back again.
We'll test of that. Leicester back through now, isn't it? They were looking really solid and comfortable in the first half. Having much more work to do now.
Christian Fuchs being drawn out to help Luke Thomas. As Paveda gets more and more into the action.
I wonder if he can play on the left, Paveda. Because it'd be good if him and Costa could interchange it a bit. That would really confuse him.
Oh, played. Hideous ball, though. It's a hideous ball.
I mean, he did the hard bit there, didn't he?
Leicester quite kind of the breathing space.
Who's he coming on for?
Tyler Roberts will say he's coming on.
There's going to be another change.
He must be able to speak English.
He must be able to, because he's following him, isn't he?
Or was there a translator there? I didn't know.
Was involved in the first 4 Premier League games of the season. Twice to start, twice to substitute.
To be honest,
he's going to bring Bamford on.
Most recent
He could bring Bamford on.
He could bring Bamford on.
I think he might do, because he's done nothing Bamford.
I'm saying he's the last
25 minutes, yeah, with
more an impact player.
Yeah, for centre forward.
Yeah, Roberts.
of the points back in the balance. Click. Bamford.
Get out of the way, right?
Get out of the way, you knob.
Hernandez out towards Fabeda. That's a good positive move by Thomas to get there first.
It's a good game, then.
Yeah.
Third youngest Leicester player to make a Premier League start. That was last season.
But it's certainly more of a game now, isn't it?
Yeah. Should have been quicker. That back to Ayling. No, it should have been quicker back to Ayling.
Run
That.
it back well, though. Leeds are looking like a different proposition here, aren't
Are we going to get anything here, referee?
Renowned stamina will be put to the test, but if any team's able to chase a game in these circumstances, it's surely Bielsa's boys. Harrison
Well done, Jack. Yes, go on, Jack.
Harrison staying down.
Pablo, he's just so laboured.
From Pablo Hernandez.
Incredible, isn't it? The way Leicester can't get up the pitch this second half.
God, we haven't got the fluidity, have we? There's a bit missing. Every time there's a bit missing.
Madison having a word about why that wasn't a foul. Pablo Hernandez just back from injury.
Right choice, I think. Right
He almost
choice.
had the equaliser. He's not happy.
Fuel in the tank. Yeah.
He's not happy, is he?
It's an old-fashioned look from an older player.
You're losing that bit of quality as
Whoa.
we saw when he hit the bar. He was just getting a taste for it, I think.
Oh, he's not. Bielsa's not
Was
very
a
happy with that.
brilliant manoeuvre.
He's not been good enough. He hit the bar. I'm sorry. Pablo Hernandez hitting the bar doesn't take away from that performance for me. It wasn't a great performance.
With
But-
fresh legs.
Well, I think he's been more productive than Bamford, Connor. So I'd have taken Bamford off there, in all fairness.
I want to take him Bamford off. You've got a centre forward, haven't you?
Quickly by Harrison, maybe a bit
Where are our centre backs? Why can we not win a header? Where are they, Delia Smith?
I'm thinking about giving Vardy something to chase.
It's daft though, isn't it? It's like any ball that goes into the box, we're just limp.
Come on, Simon, come on.
First from Fuchs, Tielemans taking it on.
Upset the apple cart, 'cause I thought Pablo was getting into the game there.
Well, it's changing formation, isn't it?
Fuchs again. Recognising as the experienced player that they need to do more.
No, he's
attacking.
off. He's
And
off.
Bamford chasing this one with the goalkeeper.
Oh, Bamford.
It's like Bambi, man. Stay
Just-
on your bloody footing.
He's just got no pace, has he? He's not quick at all. To be fair, that'd have probably been called offside, I reckon. He looks a yard off.
It bounced off.
Why's Robin there?
Bamford, and Schmeichel survives.
Well, I think both of them thought about it.
Oh, he's on, he's on.
Hesitated for a split second.
He did hesitate, even if he just went
You
like
get your
that.
turn
chipped
there
it.
first, and there's every chance that the keeper's
How
going to
did
get
he
sent
fall
off.
over? The concept wasn't there.
Probably thought penalty and then.
We've got someone walk back for Pablo.
Muttering to himself.
Not happy at all.
Hernandez.
It's not like him.
His way.
Well, he speaks his manager's language. You can tell him what he thinks.
Yeah, I think in the heat of the moment, most managers would accept.
Yeah, goal. There we go. Here we go.
Trying to
He should have shot on his right
say
there.
something nice to
Yeah, this is
Come on,
dangerous.
Liz. Come on, come on, come on, come on.
In the end, the shot came for Barnes.
He's really good, isn't he? Harvey Barnes.
Really dangerous.
Very quick.
Well, there's a
as well.
sideline Madison. He's going to help Leicester to get.
I think Madison's made a difference straight away. Where
He's
he
more
does
than
come
naturally
on.
suited to the role that Pratt was occupying in an attacking sense.
Well, I'm confused by that Pablo one, I must admit.
Just to the right.
Maybe you're right.
The Leicester shape. with
Maybe you're
Barnes
right.
just
He's
to
one
the
of the
Unless-
few players we've got coming along with Click that come and lock the door. I just don't get it.
But the thing is,
he's-
The thing is, Robert's got to get himself involved. He doesn't get himself involved enough for me. That's silly balls like that.
He's done nothing.
Bamford has done nothing this game, and he has had the service
You
this
can
game.
only go on what you've seen so far, can't you? You can only go on what you've seen so far. I'd have him off. Robert's playing further up front.
Yeah,
I would have kept Pablo on,
As the young
definitely.
man who's been making some waves recently as a substitute.
It's,
He's
Barnes going on.
Yeah.
I'm quite relieved to see
set
that.
up the Vardy goal.
they're bringing
at the end
Turkey's
to win the
Turkey's
points.
quickest player of all time on there.
Yeah, still got a decent bench. Leicester, even though they've got
We
quite a
said
few
that, didn't we?
injuries.
Very good bench. Very good
Building a strong
bench.
squad.
Yeah, we short squad though.
Brendan Rodgers.
Yeah, sure.
We've had three corners that have been put in, and we've just not done anything with them. We've got height on them, which is rare with Leeds.
Yeah.
We're not taller than many teams. And he's going to run with it now. And I knew he'd do that. Because he's going to pretend he's not heard.
It's stopped by the whistle. Madison's now gone to Barnes'
Just
position
wasting more time, isn't it?
and more suited to the right.
But in terms of taking care of possession, Pablo maybe his touch. I don't think his pass has been good, but his touch in that midfield is always a good pressure reliever for the centre backs, isn't it?
Taking off a creative player then. For me, he was getting into it slowly. He was getting there.
Nice take by Backford.
Gone off it a bit at the minute, though, haven't we? It's sort of that intensity stops. I think.
This is probably where it's more of an even contest now, isn't it?
Come on then, quicker.
Click.
No, not going to get to him, is it? Well done, Ayling. Well done.
Ayling coming forward into Thomas's territory. It's a different challenge for the young left back. Particularly when it comes to cutting the ball out aerially. Not so difficult against Levada.
Touch.
Ayling.
Get the ball in. Get the ball in. This doesn't do anything. It's just stupid. We're just too tick-a-tacker with it. Get the ball in the box. Bamford might not be the most, aerially great centre forward, but I tell you what he is. He's bigger than that centre back. He's bigger than him.
He's got to be careful. They don't try and force it. They've got a good 20 minutes left in this match.
It's just stupid crossfield balls on a wet surface.
Half-time, he'd probably take a point at home, but it's not in his make-up for that. He'll want to be trying to win it against the side, of course, that have won all their away games so far in the Premier League this season. 3 out of 3 for Leicester, and they lead 2-1 here.
Dallas. Strong there.
There we go. There we go. He's offside, Bamford. God's sake, Bamford.
He's had a shocker tonight.
He's not been good tonight.
Complete contrast to the last game.
He's not been good at all. And he has had the service, guys. Bamford. He has had the service this game. Not been good tonight.
80 minutes to still come up with a vital goal in the closing moments. Well, he'll be desperate to
Make amends for those first half misses.
Still got time, though, like Alan Smith said.
Well, we'll definitely take a draw, Connor.
Roberts working the right-hand side close to Poveda. Certainly attack in the setup for Bielsa. No surprise in that.
See what I mean with the left back? Do you see what I mean when I talk about the Dallas and the left back having to take 4 or 5 touches to get himself comfortable? Yeah. It's like you going left wing. You'd have to cut inside all the time, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Really going in the first half.
That line there. Careful, Leeds.
Unrelenting.
Forward line.
It's been a different story.
Yes.
Penalty! Give it! You dog! If that's Greenwood or Martial or whoever, you're giving it, aren't you? Because it's Luke Ayling, you don't know who he is.
It's a big call, isn't it?
It's not a penalty, is it? It's not a penalty. Oh, it's not. It's not a penalty.
Actually, it's not.
I apologise. That is not a penalty. I
No,
apologise.
got it right, didn't he?
Completely got that wrong.
Yeah.
As in me.
That was like right at the start.
Yeah, well, we were. From here, it looked like a pen, didn't it? That wasn't. Fair place, and we got that
It's a
right.
very good call by the referee. Once again, that's why they're paid and we're not.
It was interesting. There was no great appeal from Luke Ayling, was there?
You just feel, could he have gone on there then, you know?
I think that's also.
Yeah, probably. I'll be honest.
Good run, though. A nice pass into him. Well, it's been much more.
Don't lose it.
Leeds. What a great second half response.
And here's Roberts.
That isn't though.
Again, going to ground.
It's running nowhere, are you? It's like, I know what you're trying to do, but
This is going forward.
A pitch like this slipping over us.
got a bad feeling about this, you know. We just don't really seem to have anything. We had that spell, didn't we? We had that spell.
Wasn't it?
Yeah.
I feel it's the moment, and you feel like you
Here we go.
could keep it down to 2-1.
Here we go.
That's it.
Game over. And he's been involved in 3 goals, Jamie Vardy. We just cannot stop him. There you go. Counter-attacking team at the best.
Well, that is a heavy body blow to Leeds, who are looking like the team.
The complete counter-attack. What a turn. What a turn. Completely took Ayling out the game.
I mean, this is ruthless. Under once again, setting up Jamie Vardy as he did at the
Good
end.
goal.
Complete counter-attack. That's what they are. They're a counter-attacking team.
I mean, that's a lovely little chip into Vardy.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Great composure. He looks for his man.
Really made by Maddison's take in the first place. And then Under and Vardy played their part. And the 2-goal margin is restored. And Vardy's last 9 Premier League goals.
Yeah, should go
all
back out
gone
again.
from home, including now all 7 this season.
Yeah.
That really has brought Leeds back down to earth. Credit to Brendan Rodgers bringing on the 2 players who set up the goal.
Yeah, well, as I said, the bench was full of possibilities, and that's how it's turned out.
Cooper. Cooper out to Ayling. Here's Paveda. Leicester haven't beaten Leeds here in the Premier League since 1998. A goal from Tony Cottee. Good work by Luke Thomas. Appreciated by more senior members of the squad. Now there's the possible climb back for
What?
Marcelo Bielsa. Brendan Rodgers speaking volumes, wasn't he, about his opposite number?
I think for any manager to try and outwit Bielsa tactically, and if they can manage it, it's a great feather in the cap. But he's got, I mean, let's face it, he's got the better players. Rodgers, the more experienced ones.
Much more experience of the Premier League, his team, and indeed himself. His 99th league game charge of Leeds for Marcelo Bielsa. Most of those, of course, in the Championship. Roberts.
They're just way better, aren't they? They're just way better.
Seems these days
I think
he's more.
they're just so much more complete as a team, aren't they?
As a wing back.
And controlled, aren't they?
Yeah.
You know, with that first 25 minutes of the first half,
wide position,
rocking a bit.
4 across midfield.
Well, still can't rule Leeds out of this. They'll keep going.
They scored 3 and
We're going to put the ball in the box, maybe?
Short of attacking players on the pitch.
Nope, looking for short again.
Can we not get a right foot on here?
Jack Harrison.
Maybe it's deliberate, just kind of trying to keep it away from Schmeichel. We want it to come more out towards the edge of the box.
And Schmeichel has to go all the way across and not only reach it, but make sure he doesn't concede the corner either.
Oh, change the banner.
Yeah, keep it. That looks better.
Stays this way, or
Yeah.
has to get the 3 points. Remember, only Liverpool will be above them in the Premier League. Click. Wins it back again. Another Costa.
Four away wins for Leicester. Right.
Ailing to knock down for Paveda. Back to Robin Koch.
There's a lack of quality tonight, isn't it? A real lack of quality.
They are the better team, like you said.
Leeds do get another corner.
Them Wolves
Yeah,
like
make
that.
the most of
That's
these
that
situations so
big.
far, Leeds. So Dallas coming off.
Well, you never know with Alioski, do you?
Alioski comes on.
What, you think he's going to score 2 goals?
Well,
Wow.
I'm sure he will.
I don't think so.
Got some odd screamers sometimes.
Yeah, it
don't
was,
they?
yeah.
Just-
Everyone back for Leicester City.
First man.
Just shocking at corners. Absolutely woeful at corners. They clearly don't practice them, do they, in training? I don't reckon they actually do with Bielsa.
Fofana had to be careful. The challenge there on Roberts.
I think Paveda's still got a lot to learn in terms of just the patterns of play sometimes.
Yeah.
It just seems like he doesn't play like 1-2 touch football.
Putting it into the middle.
Just can't deliver a ball.
Headed out by Justin Alioski. There's plenty of attacking intent from the left-hand side. Held across the wings.
Can't put a ball in, can they? Leeds cannot put a
So
ball
we
in
need
to
to get
save
something
their
from
lives.
us. I mean, the big guy, Schmeichel.
All it
You know,
takes is
other than that,
kick of the ball.
Michael's the biggest lad in the team, and he's not. I
Yeah.
think he's about 6 foot.
Got to keep the faith here.
I mean, look at that's woeful.
corner count.
Leeds have had 10 corners, and we've done nothing from any of them. I mean, that's poor. That we've got to at
We're
least.
usually short corners.
It's unbelievable. Can't win a header.
It's terrible at corners, we are. Oh, that was good. That was excellent.
Can't put a ball in. Leeds cannot put balls in. It's incredible. Never. I remember this against Wolves. Remember against Wolves, they cannot beat that first man of the defensive three. Can't do it.
Now Ailing.
It's almost like they're running too quickly, so they're not focusing on the height of the ball.
So much freedom under Bielsa for these players to break into attacking positions. Very difficult to defend against.
It's like there's nothing coming. Like there's no.
Right,
none of
let's have a shot now.
Standing up
see what he's trying to do. 'Cause no one's making any moves, are they?
from Madison, Thomas can clear. Vardy is waiting, doing enough. Make sure the ball got to Tielemans. Here's Under. Vardy wants it played through.
Oh, here we go again. Here we go again.
Jamie Vardy to really settle it now. But
Oh,
in the end, Meslier won that particular battle. Vardy has a look at the referee.
He's having a field day against Cooper, isn't he? He's having an absolute field day.
Those normally so reliable. Well, you might have been offside. I was waiting for the flag to go up, but it didn't.
Click. Right man, right place, but not quite the right finish that time for Leicester City. Ailing. You just never know with Leeds.
They're going to keep pushing this narrative, aren't they? So people don't tune off.
That's going to be a booking for Thomas.
Ball in again. Are we going to beat the first man? Are we going to actually hit a centre back's head?
someone's giving him a smack.
Well, Chesney Under has developed a nice relationship with Jamie Vardy.
What's Cooper doing? Just trying to play the offside, look.
Finding it beautifully.
Ridiculous from Cooper.
Yeah. He's trying to dink it over Meslier. Makes a bit of a mess of it on this occasion, which doesn't happen very often.
Well, here is a change that tells you what Brendan Rodgers is thinking. Jamie Vardy is coming off.
Big lad coming on.
And the defensive presence of Wes Morgan is introduced. The man who captained Leicester, of course, to the Premier League title, held the trophy aloft back in 2016.
It's a bit chunky.
Head it, kick it, Wes, I think is the message. Keep it out of danger.
You're right at the back there.
Defensive aerial presence. Deal with a ball that's floated in there.
Don't miss it. Don't
Can't
get
win a
header.
header. Cannot win a header. Incredible.
Under.
Unbelievable how many headers. Oh, Jesus. And he's done a foul throw. Pretty much ran on the pitch with the ball in his hand.
Stepping onto the pitch. Andre Mariner indicating.
Poor performance this overall, I think.
Third defeat, isn't it?
It's had a good game, the
Yeah,
ref tonight.
37 games.
Not got much wrong at all.
Premier League, though, isn't
Three-
it? You know, you can't.
3 wins,
He's
3
done hard
defeats, and a
yards,
draw.
hasn't he,
So
Andre
it's still a
Martin?
positive, isn't it?
It's, one of the most unflappable officials, bags of experience.
Just don't know how long. Like, what's Rafinha's ankle injury looking like? How long is Rodrigo out? Is KP going to be out for another 4 weeks? Who? Llorente. This is it. Like, coming up against Arsenal and Palace. Like, I don't want this team, this collective right now, to be playing up against us. We've just not got enough quality. Such a lack of quality at the minute.
Helier's got to get out from his feet quickly. Out to Helder Costa. Harrison. Retrieved by Tielemans. Paul Brighton. They haven't had as many corners as Leeds, but they've got
It's
one
been pretty
here.
easy for Leicester tonight, don't you?
Yeah. They've had we had
25 minutes in the second half.
We had a 15-minute spell, didn't we? But we said we had to score in that 15
Yeah, that
minutes.
was the moment.
Bit of byplay with Madison.
He's a crack.
Not overcommitting. Justin coming in. And
Wow.
How was that the most dangerous ball in of the night? And they had about 2 players in the box.
Madison. Taveda finding himself at left back. Undo. Albrighton. That's beautifully done by Madison. And they had a look. And decided not to cross it. Running down the clock is a reasonable option in these circumstances.
Well done, Alioski. Let's go straight back into it, Alioski. Penalty.
Oh, my God.
And that.
Surely that's going to be checked by VAR, whether it was inside or outside the area. But, however, of course, it was a foul that the referee didn't give.
No, shocking. Absolutely shocking.
What did you think, Alan?
I thought it was on the line. It's whether they think it's a foul.
It might have been on the line, but he faked it.
Could well be a penalty.
It could well not be a penalty.
No, VAR are checking it out.
Tielemans. It's still being checked, incidentally.
And Madison's made all the difference, I think.
That,
He just kicks it away. Going to put him in the card? Nope, just tells him to calm down. Boots the ball away when we need a goal, Madison.
Fell over.
Well,
Fell over
was
for me.
the culprit, if there is one.
yeah, I think he's gone into the back of Madison.
It's not a penalty, is it, Bob?
And he would have been inside, I think. Actually, he's on the line at least.
Andre Marino waiting for the rule from Stockley Park.
Does that mean?
And he's going to come over and
So
have
he's
a
going to go
look
and
at
have
the
a look
monitor.
now.
I don't
He's
know
gonna
whether
give
they'll
it.
do this sooner. Get him across there early doors and
Look at the clock still ticking. Crazy, isn't it?
Doesn't matter if we're 4-1 down, Dad.
We saw Graham Scott yesterday in the Tottenham game stick with his original decision and not take the advice from Stockley Park. It's a different angle from the one that the referee saw himself, and he's given the penalty.
didn't need long, did he? Didn't need long.
Good defeat for Leeds, this there.
Smashing this.
I think it's the right decision.
I
don't.
do, to be honest. Didn't need to come through the back of him.
It's a bit
Stand off
clumsy
him. He
from
doesn't need to come
Clegg
through the
That's
back of
not
him.
a penalty. Oh, well,
Well,
put
it's
this
the
one to bed.
68th Premier League game of the season. It's the 36th penalty. I'm sure VAR has contributed to that. Yuri Tielemans stepped up at Manchester City to score the third of the 3 in that Leicester 5-2 victory. So he's got previous, not faultless looking at that graphic.
No Vardy.
Vardy off.
Yeah.
Tielemans plants it in.
There we go.
Lovely.
4.
And Leicester are home and hosed
It's okay
Cheap.
when you're 3-1 up in the 19th minute. There's a bit less pressure on you.
I'll stop doing that. Oh dear.
It's been way too easy for them. They probably deserve the score.
Andre moment, and no wonder he didn't need too many glances at that. Looks fairly clear cut to me. Ends up being a comfortable looking win for a time in the second half. I thought the result looked in the balance, but the third goal for his side really put the necessary distance between the two teams.
Lee Mason was the VAR official who called Andre Mariner's attention to the monitor. Jamie Vardy thinking, well, he had a chance to make it for himself, but he couldn't win in a 1v1 situation against the goalkeeper. And then they'd just been taken off, missing the penalty chance, the opportunity to take the penalty. Tielemans a successful deputy again.
Well, any team that comes here and gets a win will feel as if it's a fantastic result. Everybody's going to be made to work hard. Leicester have had to do that, and they've also been able to show lots of quality out there, all over the pitch.
Yeah, there was a spell, wasn't there, when Leeds had scored and Pablo Hernandez hit the frame of the goal. And Leeds were bossing areas of the game, unlike previous parts of it. And
Jesus
it wouldn't have counted
Christ.
for Bamford.
Sums his night up.
And
2
that
yards
should have
out,
been
smacks
for
it into Rowe's head.
Leicester.
I don't know how you can be so clinical at Villa and then go to a complete
That's
opposite
Patrick
end.
Bamford, isn't it?
That is Bamford in a
Yeah, he
nutshell.
misses way more than he scores, and that's always been a criticism to his game. Blows hot and cold, he's not consistent enough.
No.
Around the Leeds goal and just afterwards, Brendan Rodgers' team have been very good value for victory here.
Yeah,
And Vardy very much to the fore.
said he confident beforehand, Martin, didn't he, Rodgers? And when you've got the players that he has, you can see why.
Well, top four quality, aren't they?
They look for more as well.
Because the players have got out as well.
Oh, yeah.
Waiting in the middle. Christian Fuchs denying the years. He's helped Thomas out and done a good job himself defensively. That was
School,
also a key
it's
moment,
getting
wasn't it,
schooled
when
out
he,
there.
went for the challenge and pulled out and
That's
hailing
what we're still now,
on
doesn't it?
another day.
It's been a lesson.
Found himself with earning a penalty for Leeds. Fofana. Well, it's a memorable evening for Leicester City. 5
Right.
victories out of their
I've
first
had enough
7
of that,
games.
can I? Let's wrap it up real
Yeah.
quick.
Cheers for watching, guys. An absolute mauling there.
And Jamie